What if I told you that every time you say SubhanAllah, the universe itself moves? Years ago, an old woman told her grandchildren, "Every SubhanAllah you whisper becomes a brick in your home in Jannah." Her hands were wrinkled, her shawl faded, but her heart glowed with remembrance. One of those children grew up to be a world-famous astrophysicist. He searched the skies for truth, studying galaxies, light, and time. Then one night, he discovered something that made him fall to his knees, because the words his grandmother whispered under that tree were written in the stars all along. The universe that remembered Allah. The old mango tree at the edge of the courtyard rustled in the warm evening breeze. Zaydin and his sister Layla sat cross-legged on the red earth, their mother having gone in to prepare dinner, their father delayed by work. The sky was painted in hues of orange and rose, the call to Maghrib prayer echoing from the distant mosque. Their grandmother, whom everyone called Ammi, crouched herself into a patched but clean shawl and, with a smile gentle as moonlight, beckoned them close. "Come, my little stars," she said, "sit with me a while under this sky." Zaydin arranged himself so that the last light of sunset fell on his curls. Layla leaned against Ammi's soft shawl. Ammi's eyes, though aged and rimmed with wrinkles, held a luminous kindness. She looked upward to the first evening star. "Do you see that star, Layla?" she said. "And that one just beyond it, faint but steady?" "Yes," Ammi, Layla said. "They are so high, so beautiful." Zaydin, older by 2 years, nodded. "What are they made of, Ammi?" "How far?" Ammi rested her hand on Zaydin's head. "Very far, my dear child. So far that what you see of them happened many years ago. Light travels across the darkness of space, and only now reaches our eyes." Layla's eyes widened. "So we see their past." "Yes. The present of that star is much farther ahead. Light is slow, by human thinking, though with Allah it is swift. But children, I want to tell you tonight something more wonderful even than stars." She paused, breathing in the scent of earth and mango blossoms. "I want to tell you how simple words help build a home in Jannah. SubhanAllah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. They are more than words. They are keys, bricks, pillars. And one day, you will see how they mirror the very universe Allah created." Zaydin and Layla leaned in. The mango leaves fluttered overhead. The first stars trembled in the darkening blue. Once upon many years before this evening, Ammi had been young, energetic and yet humble. She had known hardship, droughts, loss, poverty. But she also knew some of the richest blessings: faith, family, and a remembrance of Allah. When Zaydin was born, she told his parents, "Say SubhanAllah when he opens his eyes at dawn. Say Alhamdulillah when he smiles. Say Allahu Akbar when night gives way to day and when the hardship passes. Let those words flow in your heart like water in a stream." Each morning, Ammi would wake early before sunrise. She stood in her small room, cleaned and humble, her prayer mat on cold floor. Her breath whispered, "SubhanAllah." The sky faintly gray, then red and gold. Each dawn a miracle renewed. She said, "Alhamdulillah," for being alive, for breath, for family. And when the day's tasks began, fetching water, preparing food, caring for fields, she often found things to say Allahu Akbar, at the strength Allah gives her hands, at the sky's wonders, at even a simple flower blooming. Layla, as a little girl, had once asked, "Ammi, if we say SubhanAllah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, do we earn Jannah now?" Ammi smiled. "Not yet, child, not by mere utterance alone, but by these words: your heart is built, your soul is polished, your deeds shine. When the day comes, Allah, most wise, will see those stones and bricks of remembrance and mercy, and he will build you a home in Jannah, more beautiful than our dreams." Zaydin, hearing this, was quiet. He asked, "Ammi, what is this home in Jannah like?" "Oh," she said, closing her eyes, "its floors are pearl, its walls musk, its rivers flowing under cool shades, its gardens beyond imagination. Its light is Allah's pleasure. No sorrow, no heat, no fear. And every brick in that home is built by faith, remembrance, righteous deeds. She told them, SubhanAllah is praise of the pure perfection of Allah. Alhamdulillah is thanks for his blessings. Allahu Akbar is affirmation that his greatness towers above all trials. These are not idle words. Each time you say them, you draw a line of light in your soul. You build with your tongue. Your heart lays foundation. Your deeds place ornament. As the years passed, Zayden grew. He was curious. At school, he loved science, especially the heavens. While other children played, Zayden would lie upon grass in the night, his face toward stars, his mind full of questions. How far? How old? How many? He studied arithmetic, physics, geometry. Layla too learned, but Zayden's heart always sought what lay beyond the sky. Ami watched him, proud and silent, aware that sometimes knowledge leads to humility, and humility leads to faith. One night in late winter, when Zayden was 16, Ami fell ill. She lay in bed, wrapped in soft blankets, the moonlight through the window moving across her face. Zayden sat by her side, holding her hand. Layla had gone to fetch water. Ami whispered, "My children, remember, even when I am gone, remember those words. Let them be in your mourning, your hardship, your success. Do not leave Dhikr. SubhanAllah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. These feed your soul." Zayden nodded, tears unchecked. Yes, Ami. That night, she prayed for him. As she drew her breath, she whispered, Ya Allah, keep him steadfast. Let his knowledge bring him close to you. Let his heart never forget. She passed away before dawn. The world was dimmer without her voice. Layla wailed. Zayden bowed his forehead. But even then, the words she had planted in their hearts seemed to glow in the darkness. Remembrance. Years rolled on. Zayden studied physics. He became an astrophysicist, working in institutes, poring over data from telescopes, satellite measurements. He learned of Edwin Hubble's observations, of galaxies receding, of the concept of redshift, the spectrum of light stretched toward red as objects move away, of supernovae as standard candles, the cosmic microwave background, of dark energy, of inflation. He remembered Ami under the mango tree, her voice blending the language of faith with awe at sky. At times, numbers and formulas seemed to push God away, but then he recalled her words. Faith and science are not enemies. The heart that says Alhamdulillah also sees light years. The one who says Allahu Akbar also marvels at the vastness Allah made. One autumn evening, Zayden looked at a new paper bringing more precise measurements of the universe's expansion rate. The telescope had captured distant supernovae, measured Cepheid variables, mapped galaxy clusters. The findings were subtle, but unmistakable. The universe is not just expanding. It is accelerating in its expansion. Everywhere, space itself stretching. He closed the paper, his heart pulsing. He whispered, SubhanAllah. He thought, how miraculous that the sky Ami pointed to, the stars she saw, the dawn she praised, all of them signs not only of beauty, but of immense motion, of life, of change. Each sunrise she greeted was a small echo of the cosmic expansion, night giving place to light, darkness yielding to dawn. He recalled nights his grandmother would say Alhamdulillah when she survived hunger, when rain came, when the first mango ripened. He saw how in science, aware of cosmic distances, often the faintest signal, the hardest to see supernova, brings life to knowledge. How gratitude must be for both what we do know and what's beyond knowing. Scientific discovery itself is a blessing. He said Allahu Akbar. God is greatest, greatest even above the vastness, above space and time, beyond the furthest galaxy, beyond what instruments can measure. One day, at a lecture hall, Zayden addressed students. He showed graphs of redshift versus distance, cosmic microwave background anisotropies, inflation models. He talked of the universe being about 13.8 billion years old, give or take depending on measurements. He explained that every second, every point in space is moving away from other points. not in the sense that galaxies move through space, but space itself stretching. The metric expanding, space between galaxies increasing. He showed them the data. Type I supernovae show that distant supernovae are dimmer than they would be in a non-accelerating universe. Evidence that expansion is speeding up. Baryon acoustic oscillations, cosmic background radiation, weak lensing, all consistent. After the talk, a student asked, "How do you reconcile beliefs and these data? Do they not remove room for faith?" Zayden smiled. He said, "Faith and science answer different questions. Science asks how, faith asks why. But the best of science magnifies faith. These discoveries, universe expanding, accelerating, show signs of a creator whose power is beyond. They inspire remembering him." That night, Zayden, now in his mid-30s, lay on a dark rooftop, city below him hum, stars overhead. He thought of Ami, her simple life, her nights of Dhikr. He raised his hands in prayer, sincere. SubhanAllah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. A cool breeze. He imagined that each saying was a brick laid in his eternal home, a light building in the unseen. He thought, SubhanAllah, for the precision of the universe, the laws, the constants that permit life. Alhamdulillah, for being given the gift of knowledge, the health to seek, the heart to wonder. Allahu Akbar, for almighty beyond understanding, beyond measurement, greater even than the universe's expansion, greater than my small self. In that moment, he realized the universe expanding every second is but one of many signs of Allah's majesty. Just as space stretches and distances grow, so the heart of the believer can stretch through Dhikr, through praise, through gratitude toward Allah. And from that stretching comes growth, a beautiful home in Jannah, made of remembrance, worship, love, and deeds. In Jannah, the home is not one of bricks and mortar, but of illuminated hearts. Ami now resides in that home. Zayden, through science, through faith, through every SubhanAllah he whispers at dawn, every Alhamdulillah at sunset, every Allahu Akbar when trials pass, builds as part of it. May Allah make us among those whose homes are built in Jannah, whose hearts remember. May He grant us sincerity in remembrance, steadfastness in faith, knowledge balanced with gratitude. Ameen. When the scientists saw galaxies moving apart, faster, farther, endlessly, he remembered the verse. And the heaven we built with power, and indeed, we are expanding it. Quran 51:47. SubhanAllah, for the perfection of creation. Alhamdulillah, for the gift of knowing Him. Allahu Akbar, for a greatness beyond the galaxies. So don't let your tongue fall silent. Every SubhanAllah plants a tree in your Jannah. Every Alhamdulillah strengthens your home. Every Allahu Akbar raises your rank. The universe expands every second, and so can your place in paradise. Start now. Say it with your heart. Subscribe to Deen in Minute, where stories remind hearts of Allah's eternal signs.